I win. Give it up for the TBR. I don't know why I thought I was gonna be bad. Because I have, you know, like 2 hours of sleep. Knock on wood. It sounds like the world. This shit's really good. It is officially 12:01 on the 31st. You can't see that. It's fine. Welcome to my New Year's Rockin' Eve. Welcome to my New Year's 24-hour readathon. It's now, you know, time to get crack-a-lackin'. So let's give you the deets so we can get to reading. I have gathered sustenance. I have grapes today because I thought I should be healthy, kind of. Like, arguably, I like really can't start moving about the house for about 7 hours. Water, essentials. I also made a coffee, but I left it over there. I'll go get it, I swear. You know, desperate times, I have soda from Christmas. We're not a soda household, so in case we need like a sugar little boost. So I am doing something different with this 24-hour readathon, as I always like to spice things up. For the past couple of years, I've been trying to like finish my Goodreads goal, but I don't even think last year, I think last year was already over my Goodreads goal. Now we're well over it. This time we are going to pick my TBR out of a jar because I have a lot of books that I wanted to get to this year that I haven't, and it's the last day of the year, so it's my last chance to get to them, and some fun like arcs and new releases that are coming out kind of like earlier in 2023 that I'm really excited about, and I thought those would be fun to throw in as well. So that's kind of what the TBR jar looks like. I'm not going to go through like everything that I'm going to write down and put in there, but I will show you me doing that. But for this first little bit of time, I do actually have to finish another video because I am like a smidge behind schedule. Within the first hour, I think I will be done with that, so I will keep you all posted. I will be reading. I'm just not gonna let you know my updates on that first thing I have to finish up really fast. It's gonna be so quick, I promise you, and then we'll get to the other stuff, I promise, to like finish my Goodreads goal. But I don't even think last year, I think last year was already over my Goodreads goal. Now we're quite my cat is here. Okay, Hilda's just gonna chill with us. As suspected, finishing that book took me an hour, so it's now 1 o'clock. I'm now going to prepare my TBR jar. Do we remember those? I haven't done TBR jar in a long time. Maybe we'll bring it back. I have a pen and some post-its. I'm gonna write down the good old TBR to decide what I'm gonna be reading next. I really need something light, and I have a lot of fun light reads prepared. I'm going to pick things out, pick my TBR out of a jar, because I have a lot of books that I wanted to get to this year that I haven't. It's the last day of the year, so it's my last chance to get to them, and some fun. Okay, I have like around 10 books in my little jar now. Oh my gosh, my cat is so excited. And what I'm gonna do, without exciting her too much, is pick one. Ow! Okay, first read is gonna be I Like Me Better. You can't see. Can you see? There you go. Now, what is this book about? I don't know. It's an art. I Like Me Better is the sophomore novel by Robbie Weber, who is a booktuber here on BookTube. His first book I have not read, which I really wanted to, and then I just didn't. So maybe I'll read that after this at some point. The Summer Romance, which makes me very excited. This comes out in May. Why did I get the arc now? No one knows. Joyful summer romance from the author of If You Change Your Mind. This is not how soccer star Zach Martin thought his summer would go. When the captain's prank means trouble for the whole squad, Zach's left with no choice but to take one for the team and cover for him. Now he's trading parties and beach days for community service at a seaside conservation center. Can speak. But thanks to his new reputation, the cute intern Chip won't even give him a shot. Still, Zach finds himself falling for Chip between dolphin encounters and shark costume disasters, which means he suddenly has way more on the line than he ever expected. Zach may be good at winning on the field, but can he keep up the lie without losing himself? Cute. It sounds cute. It sounds like the world. Holiday in the sun. Anyway, this is what we're gonna read now. Thank you to the TBR jar for picking the first read. Give it up for the TBR jar. I'm going crazy. The grapes I ate most of. They're not really doing a lot for me. My cat is doing a lot for me. She's right here. See, she's hanging. Sorry. Ow. Okay, you're gonna get out of there. Don't be rude. We're gonna start I Like Me Better. Oh my god, it's literally less than 300 pages. Love this for me. Okay, so I'm gonna start this now. My cat is moving, so I'm gonna have to promptly pause the camera. And we're gonna start this, and I will check in with you sometime soon. It is just after 4. I'm not spoken in a minute, but I finished I Like Me Better, and I have a lot to say about it. I think this book lacked a lot of development in its side characters, but it relied a lot on its side characters. Like, there were a lot of like so minor characters that got like way too much dialogue and way too much backstory that they really didn't need. Like, we would literally meet a character once and never see them again, and like you knew their life goals and like their entire trajectory, and it was kind of like silly in some ways. I was like, why wouldn't you just like develop your character, your like main cast, you know, like your second tier characters, your secondary characters, because those like secondary characters were so like inconsistent in how they acted. Like, one of the characters, like their set up to be best friends, and then they have this big fight, and then they're like not best friends for like most of the book. It doesn't make any sense because you're like, well, were they really that good friends? Like, I don't get it, because I never saw them be best friends, because like they just got in this fight and now I don't see them being friends. And then another character, like, he does something like really rude, and then the next moment he's like, oh, we could be friends, and like he's like giving him advice, and they're having this deep chat, and then he's like mad at him again, and then he's like doesn't make any sense. Yeah, and like the plot is also like all over the place because it's trying to do this thing of like soccer but also saving the ocean and the turtles. The sea turtles. And like the love interest is very cute, and I really like him, and I like the main character. I think they have like very like teen relatable problems that like teens would relate to, of like parental expectations and like what you're gonna do with your life, and like what if you're good at something but you don't want to like pursue that, and like whatever. I think that was good and that was important, but like the goals were, you know, so a little bit flimsy and like kind of lost. Yeah, I'm giving it like 3 stars. Time to pick the next one. What does it say? Anything good? Nick Blake. Oh my gosh. This is the only fantasy I put on this list because I can't read fantasy. I've been reading a lot of fantasy lately, which is so unlike me. It's called Nick Blake and the Remarkables, the Manifestor Prophecy. This is the new Angie Thomas. It is her first foray into the fantasy genre and the middle grade genre. Well, middle grade's not a genre, but it's an age group. Inventive, hilarious, suspenseful, new contemporary fantasy. That doesn't make sense. Trilogy inspired by African American history and folklore. It's another arc. It is coming out. It's coming out in April 4th. Oh my god, you're also really short. Guys, I'm winning here. So I'm gonna start this book now, which I wasn't gonna do. I was gonna go to sleep, but I might start it. Alright, my friends, we are now halfway through the 24-hour readathon. It is noon. Cute. And I finished my second book, so we were 2 down. Lots to go. I took a little nap around 5 till about 8, and then I've been reading since then. I also went on a walk. My dog had some breakfast. Now we're on to lunch. I made a smoothie. Left it over there. Had more coffee, as you saw. We're on like second coffee for post-waking period. Post-sleeping period. But I did have a coffee last night, as you saw. So 3 coffees total for this vlog. Anyways, I finished Nick Blake. I'm gonna give you my final review. I give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. I really liked it. I really liked how Angie Thomas wove in like US history and like American history and like with this kind of magic system in this magic world. I think it did a beautiful job of like educating a younger audience while also making it really empowering and really accessible. Like I said, this is a book that is inspired by like African American folklore and history and things like that, and it has like so many just like really real references to the modern world, because there are these 2 worlds, the Remarkables and the Unremarkables. The Unremarkables is kind of like the normal world, and the Remarkables is like, you know, the magic world. And there's this really great discussion of like, if there are these magical like beings that can do all these cool things and like have these powers and stuff, why are they not stopping the like racism and police brutality and like all these discussions of those things like for this younger audience, like kind of simple enough that it can be understood. And it's just like so well thought out and so well done and so clever and just really smart in the way that it's not like, it like references like a lot of things that we know about, especially like even like 2020 as recent as that, but not like explicitly, if that makes any sense. It's like when this person had this, you know. But I do think like around the middle part I got a little bit like, it was a good journey. I feel like the pacing was well done, but like the middle part got a little bit like, I was iffy on it. I think because we had a lot of separation of the characters, but I do think the characterization was done really well. I really liked a lot of the different elements. It had kind of this meta element. It kind of played with the chosen one trope. It had a few little plot twists towards the end, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Definitely a good first middle grade fantasy for Angie Thomas, and you know, she did her thing. So I also got a book in the mail, so I'm gonna show you. I got Babel because I ordered this from Barnes & Noble. I had a gift card, and I'm gonna be reading this. It's on my January TBR. Oh my gosh, why is there like no spacing? Yikes. Okay, I might have to get the audiobook. I'm really excited about this. It's so pretty. Oh, there's so many maps. How do I feel about maps and books? I'm very like, I can't really picture things too well. I'm interested. They're very pretty. Look at that. That's cool. Anyway, we're not reading this for this vlog. We're reading it for a different vlog. I wanted to let you know that I have it. 500 and something pages, but like, yikers. So I got this. Oh, it has a literal rib in it. I literally just got it and it has, you see that? It's fine. I'm not mad or anything. Okay, so I'm gonna pick my next read, drink my smoothie, start reading it, and then I'm gonna go for a run. Because I have, you know, like 2 hours of sleep. I'm like hoping for like a contemporary. I'm just hoping for something like really good. You know what I mean? Okay. This is the new Talia Hibbert. It could not fit the whole title. So it's just a highly suspicious, which is highly suspicious and unfairly cute. This is the new Talia Hibbert. Like I said, it is her first young adult rom-com. This is a rivals to lovers. See, I already know about this. I'm killing it. Okay. This is a rivals to lovers story about a teenage influencer and her like rival, I guess. But I think they also used to be best friends. And they're going on this like outdoors camping excursion. I really love like a fish out of water story, and this synopsis reminds me a lot of this book, Starry Eyes, which is one of my favorite young adult contemporaries. Haven't read it in a really long time, but I really loved it when I read it. And it reminds me of that, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, it's been getting good early reviews. It's coming out January 3rd. It's probably out by the time you're watching this, because I have no idea when this video is going up, because I have no perception of time right now. I'm just trying to like live in the moment. This is also one of the first books in the new Joy Revolution imprint, which is Nicola Yoon and David Yoon's publishing imprint, which is so cool. I'm like so excited to see what they're doing. I think they've announced 3 books so far. I'm so excited for them to come out with just a bunch of love stories. I'm so excited. This is the cover. Can we see? Ooh. And it's short, guys. All these short books are just making me so happy. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Actually, like, I wasn't sure about the cover, but I am liking it. I am liking it. Oh my gosh, it's a little letter from Nicola and David Yoon. That makes me so happy. And there's also a content warning at the beginning that this story involves parental abandonment. Oh my gosh, because she's British. What a queen. She put a glossary for us American idiots. I am going to start this now and drink my smoothie before I get ready to go on a run. It may or may not rain, but it's so warm out today, and it has been so flipping freezing. You actually have no idea. It was like around Christmas, I think it was really cold. It was like 10 degrees. Like, it was really freaking cold, and it was not fun. So I'm really excited to go on a run when it's 50 degrees versus when it's 20 degrees. So I'm very excited about that. I'm getting a new bookshelf too. Oh my gosh, we're gonna order it today. Dialogue and way too much backstory that they really didn't need. I feel bad for not updating much on the previous books, but I have to tell you, Talia Hibbert. You know what I mean? It's funny because the last book I read was Angie Thomas's first foray into the middle grade age category, and now this is Talia Hibbert's first in the YA age category. And it's interesting because you expect a shift in some regard. You're like, well, they can't write for this audience the same way that they write for like an older or younger audience, right? It's not that I thought it was gonna be bad. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be bad. Like, how far am I through? I'm like 40 pages through. It's like going so freaking fast. The banter is fantastic. The characters are so fun. They are so witty and like everything. I'm just like snaps for everything that's going on here. We have, like most of Talia Hibbert's books, both of our main characters are Black. One is plus size and one is bisexual. So we have lots of representation. They are just so funny, and like their like comebacks to each other are just like fucking fantastic. I'm just loving. I'm like smiling from ear to ear reading this book, and it's exactly what I wanted. I'm having such a freaking blast. Like I said, it's reading really fast, and I just wanted to tell you that I'm really loving it already. And it's not that I didn't think Talia Hibbert could write a good young adult. It's just like it's her first one, so I was like, okay, like it's her first one, like let her, you know, take her time. But nah, this shit's good. This shit's really good. I'm so excited. I will have to get ready for my runs because I still want to go on a run. I'm gonna go on a long run today. Having a blast. Back from my run, as you could probably tell. It was so much fun. Couldn't stop smiling. Last run of the year. So happy. I love a run. I really do. I know it's not interesting to most people, but it's interesting to me. Gonna go now have a bath and read more of my book. Oh, read more of my book. And chill, have a bubble bath, have a nice time. I'm very excited because I'm sweaty and gross, and also because my book is great and because I went on a great run. Today is going great. I very clearly did not beat the rain, but it was fabulous. You know, so a little bit woozy and like kind of lost. And yeah, I'm giving it like this. Time to pick. Hello, my friends. Of course, I'm here to give you my reading update for Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. I finished it. It's now 5:40. I had to do some dinner stuff, help my parents cook and whatnot. All I did was make zucchini fritters, to be fair. I finished this book. It was so good. I told you. Talia Hibbert did it. She freaking did it. I don't know why I doubted her. It's my bad, truly. It was so good. I gave it 4 stars. It was really freaking sweet. I loved the relationship. The pacing was great. Once like there was like a good solid ending to the relationship, I was like, oh, I don't care about the plot. The plot was like so side to me because this relationship between these two people was just beautiful. Loved it. 4 stars. So this is probably gonna be my last read. I don't know. Unless it's really short, but I don't remember if any of these are really short. All these are short, but no. I'm hoping for another YA contemporary. I win, guys. I win. Okay, Begin Again is what I got, just to make sure I'm not lying. Look at that. Okay. So, Begin Again is the new Emma Lord. Screaming, crying, throwing up. I love Emma Lord. She is an auto-buy author for me. I have loved her since her debut, which I had an arc of. And I'm trying to think if I had an arc of her next 2 books. I want to say no. So this is my first arc of hers in a while, since her first book. And this is her 4th book. Y'all. Okay, I'm so flippin' excited. Why am I getting my phone? This is a little bit older. It's a little bit drawn up than her typical YA. Oh my god, I'm literally so excited to read this. Okay. This is set in college. I don't know, I'm trying to think what year in college, because I believe it's like a transfer situation. So my age, which is always fun. Wednesday books. Fucking Emma Lord, Wednesday books. My 2 favorite things. I believe our main character, Andy, is like trying to follow basically her boyfriend to college, but something is not working out there. I guess the relationship and whatnot is not working out because that was not his plan. She was like, oh, I'm gonna go here and then I'm gonna transfer, and like we had this whole deal worked out. And then obviously when you're not dating, then you're like, oh fuck, I'm already at this college, which sounds crazy. And then I think she is going to have some sort of relationship with her RA. I'm so excited about Emma Lord's new book. I'm literally, guys, you don't even know, Emma Lord is like one of my top 5 favorite authors. I'm gonna read this book. And so there were like 2 books in here that I was like, it's gotta be one of these 2. Because if it's not, I'm gonna be happy because I put these all in, you know, I'm happy to read all of these and I have in one form or another, but there's specific ones that I just would be more excited about, and this is one of them. This is also coming out in January this month, 24th. Okay, I don't know what I'm eating dinner, probably soon, but I will go read downstairs to be semi-social. But not really that social. Oh my god, I'm fucking excited. Oh my god. I'm so emotional. Maybe, just maybe, we can get a 5-star in this video. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Close my door because they're fucking loud. Because I'm basically just going to be blabbing on about how much I freaking love this book for the rest of the night, because I'm only 75 pages into it and I really need to finish it because I just had dinner and dessert and it was fun times. I'm going to do one of my favorite things. Why am I stressed? Just because of a multitude of things. One of the reasons why I do this like 24-hour readathon is because I really like books and they're a comfort to me. I started doing this during the panorama. During the panini, I started doing this because I couldn't like be with friends and stuff like that. And you know, since then it still is like that comfort for me, and I just need to not think about other things right now and where I'm not. So let's do one of my favorite things to do every year, which is finding out what my song of next year is. Now I will give you the rundown. I've been doing this since 2019 and I will tell you each song that I've gotten since then. 2019 was Knowing Me, Knowing You from Mamma Mia 2. 2020 was Along for the Ride. 2021 was When There Was Me and You. And last year, 2022, was Pop the Placebo. So these songs have historically had something or other to do with my life, which I'm not getting into, but it is just like very weird how that works. And I'm not saying I believe in it or you have to believe in it, but if you want to do this and let me know what your song of 2023 is, let me know in the comments. Basically all you do, pull up your music provider. Mine is Spotify. And I'm gonna go into my liked songs. As of right now, I have 2,237 liked songs. And basically all you do is hit shuffle. First one that pops up is your song of the year. Pretty easy to understand. I like hitting it a bunch of times because I'm a nervous Nelly. Let's just hit this a bunch of times. Oh wait, it doesn't skip. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't do what it normally did, which is it would just shuffle a million times. Okay, that's fine. So I got Empress from the Morningsiders. This is a song I used to love, and this is the Audio Tree live edition. Now let's look into the meaning of this. I was a fool for loving her over you, and if I fall, I really hope you'll call me because I'm not over you. Am I not gonna be over someone this year? That sounds really freaking toxic of me.
You're over me? When were you under me?
Anyway, that's my song of the year. I hope you enjoyed this portion of the vlog and you do it yourself, because I think it's fun. Because like, it's fun to come back to, because last year, reflecting on 2022, I had Pop the Placebo, and that's all about just kind of like accepting what you're given and just kind of like looking positively for things and in things and like being a little bit optimistic. And that was kind of like, I guess, my mindset in some ways. It had nothing to do with anything else. That's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna go back to reading, but I hope you enjoyed this year's edition of Song of the Year. It has nothing to do with my most played song. It just has to do with what my year is going to be like. So will not be over someone in 2023. Sounds like a roller coaster of emotions. Let's go back to reading this lovely book because it just makes me so happy. They're all sweet as cinnamon rolls. I fucking love this love interest. I love the main character. I am just having a flippin' blast. Did I tell you that there's a side character who has a bookstagram? All the side characters are fantastic. Like, they're so beautifully done. Emma Lord just writes amazing characters and I love her and I just love everything. I will never get over it. I will never get over it. Everything about this book is fantastic. Stop. Stop the presses. Stop the frickin' presses. So, as you would expect. Listen, did I say Emma Lord was one of my favorite authors of all time? Yes. Did I, in fact, knock on wood when I said this was going to be a 5-star read? Yes. Was it a 5-star read? Yes. I don't know, something about it. Something about it. I gave Tweet Cute 5 stars and then I think I gave her second and third books 4-star. Now this is another 5-star. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like the fact that like when I'm reading these books, they're like striking some really interesting chords in my personal life. No, it's not that deep. Well, I think I just like Tweet Cute I read, which is about like seniors in high school and like when I was a senior in high school, and like this book is about like a transfer student and I recently transferred colleges, so like that was very apropos. It was very relatable. And the romance, I mean, Emma freaking Lord, she had me gasping, she had me crying, she had me just like holding my breath because I was like, please, can we just like get together already? I loved it. I just think Emma Lord is fantastic. I really do. I don't know like what crack she's putting in these books. I don't know what she's doing, but I would love to find out. Like, lordy, lordy, lordy Emma Lord. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you, but it's fantastic and I love it. I'm just like so dying to see more books in this age range. I don't see a lot of it, but I am just like dying for it, of just like my perfect, you know, like contemporary romances that are more YA-ish, but are a little bit aged up, that are like Christine Riccio is like the only other author I can think of that is doing things like this. And obviously this is Emma Lord's first kind of like older YA. I say YA because it's technically new adult, but like new adult to me screams like, you know, erotica. Anyway, so I just loved it. The food, all the college shit just made me be like, also like all these books I'm reading about like students and like these like really good students, which I also really liked that the main character wasn't like that great of a student. She was actually really struggling in school, but I really love like the go for it attitude. They're making me feel like I should be studying right now, which is kind of funny to me because I'm on break. My dad keeps texting me because we have 25 minutes to the ball dropping and the new year, so I have to go watch the TV with my parents. But that's gonna be my last read of the year of the vlog. I think we will count down the new year and then call it quits. Wrap up 2022. I hope you all had a good 2022. If you didn't, there's always next year. I have like no really insightful things to say, to be honest with you. I've had an emotional roller coaster reading these books. Especially this book, I was like, whoa! It was crazy. It hit, you know? But yeah, let's go eat our 12 grapes for good luck. Catch the, I don't know what it's called. What is the New Year's special called? It's not the Rockefeller Plaza. It's in Times Square, Pia. You idiot. Oh my gosh, it's a little letter from Nicola and David Yoon.